Okay, we back up a little bit to talk about scripting techniques. So the label expression dialog box has a Python function built in to make it easier to use the code. A function is basically a set of code that can receive one or more values and return values back to the program that call it. In the case of label expression, the built-in function is named findLabel, which you should not change. So this function appears on a line starting with def, meaning that it defines the function. The function may also have one or more field names at the end appearing in parentheses. These field names are passed to the code of the function so that you can use and manipulate their values. Finally, a return statement returns a value to the program that called the function, which in this case is the label expression. For label, we're going to make sure to return a single value. The label expression dialog box lets you use a variety of Python text formatting methods. So including like capitalization, you can makes the first character of the string a capital letter, and then you finds the specified character in the string, and its digit returns the value of true if the variable is alphanumeric. And dot lower make the entire string lowercase. Strip any spaces from the left end of the string. Replace X and Y replaces one character with another in the string. Our string is strips right strip, so kind of like we have any spaces from the right end of the string, and we have a strips spaces from the start and end of a string. Title capitalizes the first character of every word in a string. Upper makes the entire string uppercase. So now we're going to use the Python in the label expression dialog box. So using the information provided, write the sequence of the calculation in non-technical language. So now then we will use this sequence to decide the formal structure of the code. So the goal here is to use Python string handling techniques to dress up the labels on this map. So we're going to change the text to read as a regular name first, then last. Add an ampersand, and if a couple owns the house, change the text to upper and lowercase rather than all uppercases. So this informal description of the processes the code will complete is the pseudocode. Even simple pseudocode is useful, and as you tackle more complex project, we're going to pseudocode will reflect its complexity. Now we're going to start ArcMap, and we will open the map document tutorial 121 from the location. So now I'm going to my folder, data, and then it's here, but I don't think it's in here. So ownership, not in here. Let's back up. It should be not exercises, maps. Let's see. Yeah, exercise 121. From the location where I install. So the map in the graphic shows the Elm Fork subdivision, which with a label on each property that displays the owner's name. Although this format is acceptable, the map should look better if the text were formatted to show the first name allowed by the followed by the last name. So we want first name and then last name. Then current format of the data is last name, comma, space, first name. Last name, comma, space, first name. All right. And the data can be sliced into separate pieces. So now let's see, where is Jim Larry? I need to find Elizabeth, Ryan, Elizabeth. zoom out a little bit. Oh, it's a lot to find. I want to find. Let me zoom out a little bit. Nova. Extend view. It's a lot. It's a lot of data here. Okay. Now then this data can be sliced into separate pieces to show its first name and space last name. So this slice involves using the find method on the string, which returns the index number of the character we will search for, and then using that location in a slice operation, we can find the location of the comma. Everything before the comma is the last name. And everything 2 characters past the comma, remembers the space, is the first name. So open the property. So let's see, where's property of our folk? I don't think that's our folk. Our folk tutorial. This is exercise, all right. Key maps, exercise key. Oh, tutorial key. This is tutorial key. Let's see, data. Doesn't look like here. Tutorial, my exercises. Oh, how come I change it to my exercises? It's a chaos. I'm not in the correct folder. It shouldn't be script. Python adding. Shouldn't be in data. Ownership. This is geodatabase. Where is this is geodatabase. City of Orlando. I don't see. Key maps. Oh, tutorial. This is for key. That is weird, isn't it? Oh, tutorial. Tutorial 1/1. It's this one, alright? I don't need key, but that's fine. Okay, so that's where it's right here. So, sorry. So, yeah, our folk addition and lot boundaries, tutorial 1. Okay. Now, we're going to open the property of the AlphaFork addition layer, and we'll click the label, right click, and then go to property, and go to the label tab. Where did it go? Go to property. All right, and then label. So now, not label. So label tab, and then click the expression button. So label expression is right here. That we're going to do is, it shows the expression as owner's name. Owner's name is right here. At the bottom of the expression, we're going to click the parser arrow. So parser arrow, and then we select Python. Okay. Bottom, parser, and then we have JavaScript, and then Python verb VB. And now we're going to select advanced checkbox in the middle of the dialog box, and select write expression in the language in the selected pattern, write function name, find label for the select parser, and then fields as parameter to the function. And then now we see that this step automatically enters the first few lines of Python code to define the find label function. So find label, and we do need a df as mentioned, owner's name. So this step automatically enters the first few lines of Python code to define the find labels function. At the end of this line is a column. It's right here, and all the code that is to be evaluated as part of this function will appear below this line and be indented, ending with a return statement that sends a value back to the find label function and ultimately onto the map. The standard indentation in Python is 4 spaces, but the code here uses only 2. So right here, it's only 2. And then we also can see that next, create a new line of code, indent the code 2 spaces, and use the .find method to determine the index number of the column in each value. Now we're going to place the cursor after the column. So after the column and hit enter and add 2 spaces, and then type. So we have a raw name equals, put owner name. Okay, it is not always necessary to put the field name into a variable, but it will make the process easier to understand. Then we're going to hit enter and add 2 spaces, and then we will type comma number equals raw name dot find and put comma in between. So the value of comma number is now equal to the index number of the comma. So comma new and equals raw name find comma. So see if we can write the code to format the string correctly and store it in a variable called named format name. Here is what needs to happen. So sliced out everything starting at 2 characters past the comma over to the end of a string, add a space, and then add the slice of characters from the start of the string over to, but not including the comma. After the line of code, we will press enter and add 2 spaces. Type the code to perform the field formatting. So not here, and 2 spaces, and then we will replace the expression owner name in the last line with format name as here, and then we click OK and then close the layer to see the result. So now what I have to type in here is we will format name and equals raw name and comma numerical and then plus 2 and close it out, and plus space plus raw name and column comma new. Okay. All right. So notice how we can do math in the slice command. So a few more things still need to be corrected. The ownership file used the Latin abbreviation. So etux in front of a spouse name, we're going to replace that with an ampersand using the dot replace method. So now we will have to click OK first. Alright, so, and I think maybe I mistyped something. Let's find out where. Okay, raw name dot find plus raw name. Okay. I have defined label, owner name, and then raw name. Okay, and owner owner name. Okay, comment,